The Boy Who Cried Wolf. The Shepherd Boy. In the quiet village of Meadowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and lush green pastures, lived a young shepherd boy named Liam. Liam was known throughout the village for his mischievous nature and his love of playing pranks. He spent his days tending to his family's flock of sheep, but his mind was always wandering, dreaming up new ways to entertain himself. Liam's favorite pastime was playing tricks on the villagers. He would hide behind bushes and jump out to scare them, or he would tie strings to objects and make them move as if by magic. The villagers would laugh and scold him, but they couldn't stay mad at him for long. Liam's charm and quick wit made him a favorite among the children, and even the adults couldn't help but smile at his antics. But as much as the villagers enjoyed Liam's pranks, they also warned him about the dangers of crying wolf. One day, they would say, "Your tricks will go too far, and no one will believe you when you really need help." Liam would laugh and shrug off their warnings. "I'm just having fun," he would say. "What's the harm in that?" But deep down, Liam knew they were right. He knew that one day, his pranks could have serious consequences, but he couldn't help himself. The thrill of pulling off a successful trick was too much to resist. The first cry one sunny afternoon, as Liam was tending to his flock, he grew bored. The sheep were grazing peacefully, and there was nothing to do. He looked around and noticed a group of villagers working in the fields nearby. An idea began to form in his mind. Liam climbed to the top of a nearby hill and cupped his hands around his mouth. "Wolf! Wolf!" he shouted at the top of his lungs. "A wolf is attacking the sheep!" The villagers heard his cries and dropped their tools, running towards the hill as fast as they could. When they arrived, breathless and worried, they found Liam laughing and pointing at them. "Gotcha," he said, grinning from ear to ear. "There's no wolf. I was just having a bit of fun." The villagers were not amused. They scolded Liam and warned him again about the dangers of crying wolf, but Liam just laughed and promised he wouldn't do it again. But of course he did. The second cry. A few days later, Liam was once again bored and looking for some excitement. He climbed to the top of the hill and shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep!" Once again, the villagers dropped everything and ran to his aid, and once again, they found Liam laughing and pointing at them. "Gotcha again," he said, his eyes sparkling with mischief. This time, the villagers were even more upset. They scolded Liam harshly and warned him that if he cried wolf again, they would not come to his aid. Liam nodded and promised he wouldn't do it again. But deep down, he was already planning his next trick. The real wolf. A week later, as Liam was tending to his flock, he noticed something strange. The sheep were restless, and some of them were huddled together, their eyes wide with fear. Liam looked around and saw a shadow moving in the distance. His heart skipped a beat as he realized what it was. A real wolf. Liam's mind raced. He knew he had to act quickly. He climbed to the top of the hill and shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep!" But this time, the villagers did not come. They heard his cries, but they just shook their heads and went back to their work. "That boy is at it again," they said. "He's just trying to trick us." Liam's heart sank as he realized what was happening. He had cried wolf too many times, and now no one believed him. He looked back at the flock and saw the wolf getting closer. He knew he had to do something. Liam grabbed his shepherd's crook and ran towards the wolf, shouting and waving his arms. The wolf hesitated, then turned and ran back into the forest. Liam's heart was pounding as he watched the wolf disappear into the trees. He had saved the flock, but he knew he had been lucky. The aftermath. When Liam returned to the village, he was met with angry glares and harsh words. The villagers had seen the wolf running away, and they knew that Liam had been telling the truth this time. But they were still furious with him for crying wolf so many times before. "You see what happens when you play tricks?" one of the villagers said. "No one believes you when you really need help." Liam hung his head in shame. He knew they were right. He had been foolish and reckless, and he had put his flock in danger. He vowed to never cry wolf again. But the damage had been done. The villagers no longer trusted Liam, and they warned their children to stay away from him. Liam felt lonely and isolated, and he realized that his pranks had cost him more than he had ever imagined. The redemption. As the days passed, Liam worked hard to regain the trust of the villagers. He tended to his flock with care and dedication, and he stopped playing pranks. He even helped the villagers with their work, hoping to show them that he had changed. But it was not easy. The villagers were slow to forgive, and Liam often felt like he was fighting an uphill battle. But he was determined to prove himself, and he refused to give up. One day, as Liam was tending to his flock, he noticed a group of children playing near the edge of the forest. He watched them for a while, then noticed something that made his blood run cold. A wolf lurking in the shadows, watching the children. Liam knew he had to act quickly. He ran towards the children, shouting, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is coming!" The children heard his cries and ran towards the village, screaming for help. The villagers heard the commotion and came running, their tools in hand. They saw the wolf and chased it away, protecting the children. When the danger had passed, the villagers turned to Liam. They saw the fear in his eyes and realized that he had been telling the truth. They also saw the change in him, the determination to do the right thing. "Thank you, Liam," one of the villagers said. "You saved the children. You've proven yourself to be a true shepherd." Liam felt a surge of pride and relief. He had finally regained the trust of the villagers, and he knew he had done the right thing. The lesson learned. As the days turned into weeks, Liam continued to prove himself to the villagers. He worked hard, helped others, and stayed true to his word. The villagers began to trust him again, and they even started to laugh at his old pranks, remembering the boy he used to be. But Liam never forgot the lesson he had learned. He knew that trust was precious, and that it could be easily lost. He also knew that it was important to be honest and to think about the consequences of his actions. One evening, as Liam sat by the fire with his family, he told them the story of the boy who cried wolf. He explained how he had learned the importance of honesty and the dangers of playing tricks. "I used to think it was all just fun and games," Liam said, "but I know now that it's important to be truthful and to think about how my actions affect others." His family nodded, proud of the young man he had become. They knew that Liam had learned a valuable lesson, and that he would carry it with him for the rest of his life. Epilogue. Years later, Liam became the head shepherd of Meadowbrook, respected and trusted by all. He was known for his honesty and his dedication to his flock, and he often told the story of the boy who cried wolf to the children of the village. The children would listen with wide eyes, learning the lesson that Liam had learned so many years ago. They would laugh at the mischievous boy in the story, but they would also understand the importance of honesty and the dangers of playing tricks. And so, the story of the boy who cried wolf became a timeless lesson, passed down from generation to generation. It was a reminder that trust is precious, and that it is important to be truthful and to think about the consequences of our actions. And Liam, the once mischievous shepherd boy, became a wise and respected man, known for his honesty and his dedication to his flock. He had learned the lesson of the boy who cried wolf, and he had become a better person because of it.